The life and sad ending of Deborah Kerr. Deborah Jane Trimmer, known professionally as Deborah Kerr, was born on the 30th of September 1921 in Hillhead, Glasgow, the only daughter of Kathleen Rose and Captain Arthur Charles Kerr Trimmer, a World War I veteran and pilot who lost a leg at the Battle of the Somme and later became a naval architect and civil engineer. Young Deborah went the first 3 years of her life in the nearby town of Helensburgh, where her parents lived with Deborah's grandparents in a house on West King Street. Kerr had a younger brother, Edmund Teddy, who became a journalist. Kerr was educated at the independent Northumberland House School, Henleys in Bristol, and at Rossholm School, Weston-super-Mare. Kerr originally trained as a ballet dancer, first appearing on stage at Sadler's Wells in 1938. After changing careers, she soon found success as an actress. Her first acting teacher was her aunt, Phyllis Smell, who worked at a drama school in Bristol run by Lally Cuthbert Hicks. She adopted the name Deborah Kerr on becoming a film actress. Kerr's first stage appearance was at Weston-super-Mare in 1937 as Harlequin in the mime play Harlequin and Columbine. She then went to the Sadler's Wells Ballet School and in 1938 made her debut in the Corps de Ballet in Prometheus. After various walk-on parts and Shakespeare productions at the Open Air Theatre in Regent's Park, London, she joined the Oxford Playhouse Repertory Company in 1940. Playing, inter alia, Margaret in Dear Brutus and Patty Moss in The Two Bouquets. Kerr's first film role was in the British production of Contraband, U.S., it was called Blackout in 1940. Aged 18 or 19, but her scenes were cut. She had a strong support role in Major Barbara in 1941, directed by Gabriel Pascal. Kerr became known in Britain, playing the lead role in the film Love on the Dole, 1941. She was the female lead in Pen of Pennsylvania, also 1941, which was not popular. However, Hatter's Castle, 1942, in which she starred with Robert Newton and James Mason, was very successful. She played a Norwegian resistance fighter in The Day Will Dawn in 1942. She was an immediate hit with the public. An American film trade paper reported in 1942 that she was the most popular British actress with Americans. Kerr played 3 women in Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger's The Life and Death of Colonel Blimp, 1943. Although the British Army refused to cooperate with producers and Winston Churchill thought the film would ruin wartime morale, Colonel Blimp confounded critics when it proved to be an artistic and commercial success. Powell hoped to reunite Kerr and lead actor Roger Livesey in his next film, A Canterbury Tale, 1944, but her agent had sold her contract to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. In 1943, aged 21, Kerr made her West End debut as Ellie Dunn in a revival of Heartbreak House at the Cambridge Theatre, stealing attention from stalwarts such as Edith Evans and Isabel Janes. Her role as a troubled nun in the Powell and Pressburger production of Black Narcissus, 1947, brought her to the attention of Hollywood producers. The film was a hit in the U.S. as well as in the U.K., and Kerr won the New York Film Critics Award as Actress of the Year. British exhibitors voted her the 8th most popular local star at the box office in 1947. She relocated to Hollywood and was under contract to MGM. Kerr's first film in Hollywood was a mature satire of the burgeoning advertising industry, The Hucksters, 1947, with Clark Gable and Ava Gardner. She and Walter Pidgeon were put in If Winter Comes, 1947. She received the first of her Oscar nominations for Edward, My Son, a 1949 drama set in England that co-starred Spencer Tracy. In Hollywood, Kerr's British accent and manner led to a succession of roles playing refined, reserved, and proper English ladies. Kerr, nevertheless, used any opportunity to discard her cool exterior. She had the lead in the comedy Please Believe Me, 1950. Kerr appeared in 2 huge hits for MGM in a row. King Solomon's Mines, 1950, was shot on location in Africa with Stuart Granger and Richard Carlson. This was immediately followed by her appearance in the religious epic Quo Vadis in 1951, shot at Cinecittà in Rome, in which she played an indomitable Ligeia, the first-century Christian. She then played Princess Flavia in a remake of The Prisoner of Zenda in 1952 with Granger and Mason. In between, Paramount borrowed her to appear in Thunder in the East, 1951, with Alan Ladd. In 1953, Kerr showed her theatrical mettle as Portia in Joseph Mankiewicz's Julius Caesar. She made Young Bess, 1953, with Granger and Gene Simmons, then appeared alongside Cary Grant in Dreamwife, 1953, a flop comedy. Kerr departed from typecasting with performances that brought out her sensuality, such as Karen Holmes, the embattled military wife in Fred Zinnemann's From Here to Eternity, 1953, for which she received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. Having established herself as a film actress in the meantime, she made her Broadway debut in 1953, appearing in Robert Anderson's Tea and Sympathy, for which she received a Tony Award nomination. In 1955, Kerr won the Sarah Siddons Award for her performance in Chicago during a national tour of the play. After her Broadway debut in 1953, she toured the United States with Tea and Sympathy. Thereafter, Kerr's career choices would make her known in Hollywood for her versatility as an actress. She played the repressed wife at The End of the Affair, 1955, shot in England with Van Johnson. She was a widow in love with William Holden in The Proud and Profane, 1956. However, Kerr then played Anna Leonowens in the film version of the Rodgers and Hammerstein musical The King and I, 1956, co-starring Yul Brynner. It was a huge hit. Marni Nixon dubbed Kerr's singing voice. In the 1960s, Kerr was reunited with Mitchum and the Sundowners, shot in Australia. Then, The Grass is Greener, co-starring Cary Grant. She appeared in Gary Cooper's last film, The Naked Edge, 1961, and was in The Innocents the same year, where she plays a governess tormented by apparitions. Kerr made her British TV debut in Three Roads to Rome, 1963. She was another governess in The Chalk Garden in 1964 and worked with John Huston again in The Night of the Iguana, 1964. She replaced Kim Novak in Eye of the Devil, 1966, with Niven and was reteamed with Niven in the comedy Casino Royale, achieving the distinction of being, at 45, the oldest Bond girl in any James Bond film. That was a huge hit and was another movie she made with Niven, Prudence and the Pill. In 1969, the pressure of competition from younger, upcoming actresses made her agree to appear nude in John Frankenheimer's The Gypsy Moths, the only nude scene of her career. Concern about the parts being offered to her, as well as the increasing amount of nudity included in films, led her to abandon the medium at the end of the 1960s in favor of television and theater work. In 1975, she returned to Broadway, creating the role of Nancy in Edward Albee's Pulitzer Prize-winning play, Seascape. In 1977, she came back to the West End, playing the title role in a production of George Bernard Shaw's Candida. Kerr experienced a career resurgence on television in the early 1980s when she played the role of nurse in Witness for Prosecution, a 1982 film, opposite Sir Ralph Richardson. She also did A Song at Twilight in 1982. She took the role of the older Emma Hart, a tycoon, in the adaptation of Barbara Taylor Bradford's A Woman of Substance, released in 1984. For this performance, Kerr was nominated for an Emmy Award. In her personal life, Kerr's first marriage was to squadron leader Anthony Bartley of the Royal Air Force on the 29th of November, 1945. They had two daughters, Melanie Jane, born 1947, and Francesca Ann, born 1951. The marriage was troubled, owing to Bartley's jealousy of his wife's fame and financial success, and because her career often took her away from home. They divorced in 1959. Her second marriage was to author Peter Viertel on the 23rd of July, 1960. In marrying Viertel, she became stepmother to Viertel's daughter, Christine Viertel. Sadly, Deborah Kerr died, aged 86, on the 16th of October 2007 at Boatsdale, a village in the county of Suffolk, England, from the effects of Parkinson's disease. Kerr is buried in Alfold Cemetery, Alfold, Surrey.